Hello, this is Amber with WaveRez, and today we're going to go over calendar controls. Now, I would consider calendar controls a more of an advanced setting, but we're going to get into that today and maybe learn how to use those advanced settings. So, just as a disclaimer, if you do have any custom settings set up, custom schedules, times, prices that are specific to date ranges, please use calendar controls with caution at first until you fully understand the edits that you're making. They can cause a lot of havoc on custom schedules if you make a mistake. So we're just going to start off this video with like an overview, and then I will make some more videos directing each control. So how you get to your calendar controls is by going to settings and then clicking on calendar controls, and that's going to expand all the controls for you. So we're going to go through these kind of one by one, just a brief overview of what they do. So once you click on the control, you're going to go into the control screen. Every control has a different set of settings depending on what that control does. Now, ticket control is a very strong control that you can use for setting custom price ranges, stop sells, minimum availability, affiliate availability, and many other things. So on ticket control, you of course have an activity, a ticket selection depending on the activity, date ranges, and then days of the week, which are all automatically checked for you. So you would make your selection according to what you want to edit and then hit edit. This will actually bring up another screen. Depending on the range that you select, it will either show you a batch update or a set of master control and grandmaster control updates. The second one would be dynamic price control. If you have any dynamic pricing set up, then you can edit it from here. There are many settings in dynamic price control, but it essentially controls any dynamic pricing that you have set in your system. The next control would be option control, and this control simply controls the options. If you have any specific things that you want to set up with options, we can do so in here. Next one would be schedule settings. This is going to be specific to departure times, or otherwise known as schedules. So you can adjust schedules from here. A lot of this is like schedule counts by time, ticket availability by time, and etc. Equipment control is a control that controls the equipment. This is a lot of availability stuff, maintenance mode, or making it unavailable in general, or reducing ticket count on equipment is also possible here. Open close tickets. This is another commonly used control. Very great, easy to use. On any of these, as a side note, on any of these controls that say open close, open close, open close, these, all you have to do is hit edit. They do not pull up a second screen for you to make changes. You are selecting your changes on this screen. So for open close tickets, we're going to just select, let's say, this pontoon rental. We want to select all the schedules. Tickets, we just want to edit full and half day. And then we can choose to close those or open those for all those times we have selected through a specific date range. The same sort of thing applies to schedules and equipment, whereas there's no ticket drop down with schedules and equipment. It's just changing or opening and closing schedule times in mass. So if you need to, like, say, open 9 a.m. every single day for the rest of this month, you can do that just by selecting the date range for the rest of the month, choosing the particular time, and then you'll get a schedule drop down, or particular activity, and then you'll get a schedule drop down for time, and choose to open that 9 a.m. time through the date selection. Once you hit edit, all changes will be made. I would consider open close tickets, open close schedules, and open close equipment to be more user friendly as far as like control settings go. Business hours, we'll just adjust business hours. It's a closeout time, essentially the time that you don't want any boats to be out past. You can set that by date range, which is helpful for, you know, summer seasons, a sunset later. You want to adjust that closeout time for 3 months to be later than it normally would be. You can do so here. And the next one and final one is disable trips for online booking. I would say this is the most user-friendly control that there is. It is the easiest to reverse if something did go wrong, and it's super simple to use. Essentially, if you were on the matrix view and you see your enable disable sliders for your trips to enable disable online bookings, that is the exact same thing as this, except this can open and or disable and enable online bookings for a large date range instead of having to go day to day and click the disable button. So that's pretty much the controls in a nutshell, just as a general overview. And then, like I said, I will create individual videos for each one of these controls to follow.